They love racing in the state of Indiana, and that's exactly what the stars of ATV Motocross are about to do. Put on a show. With rivalries left over from previous rounds, and Joel Hedrick sitting on an undefeated streak to start the year, there's a lot on the line when we go racing in Ironman. ATV Motocross is next. Make way for the ATV National Motocross Championship here at Ironman Raceway, an hour outside of Indianapolis. The place has a lot of heritage with ATVs dating back to the GNCC in 1995 that put this place on the map. And I can tell you in this neck of the woods, there are a lot of ATV racers, riders, and fans. Unfortunately, a fan this weekend is Wesley Wolf. There he is with the sling, collarbone, and shoulder blade injuries. He was running so well at the previous race before a crash. Everyone else appears to be ready to go. Bryce and Cody Ford over in the Ford Brothers pit. There's Adam Ulrich, he's ready to go. And how about Max Lindquist? Man, he showed speed at the last event. Also, you see Joseph Chambers' machine, Jeffrey Rastrelli, Mason Jackson's 53, Nick Janusa's 15, Brandon Hogan, the 26, podium guy again last week.
Yeah, we're out here at Ironman Raceway, nice hard pack track, kind of what I'm used to at home. The past couple weeks I've been training on some hard pack in North Carolina, so looking to try to do good this weekend and stay safe, have fun, hit those big jumps and enjoy it.
Will be interesting to see the transition to the hard pack after the sand last time, which Joel Hedrick liked in Georgia.
Hard pack track, man, we've been looking forward to getting back on some hard pack. You know, granted, the sand has been really good for me, and Etchicani felt like I was riding at Deckers all winter, but just being that I've ride so much hard pack at home, like I'm happy to be here. And then we got High Point, Butts Creek, so we're in a good stretch of rounds for me, and we're all feeling good, positive, and ready to go out there and just tear it up.
Well, Joel has been tearing it up. He's won every moto so far this year. Probably a little early to talk perfect season. I guess I just did it. Goal for him, of course, is just the championship because he has had many years with a lot of moto wins where the title didn't go his way. So we'll see how he tries to manage the situation. You see here in qualifying, forget management. He is letting it fly. Ho going by as well. We say it every year when we come to Ironman. There's zero elevation change in the general area, but huge elevation change on the land in which the track sits. And leads to big air like this. Is that a 5? That might have been a 5. Jeffrey Rastrelli powers down here near the finish line. So fun to see the evolution of ATV Motocross and the kind of air that all these riders can get. Nick Janusa throwing in some freestyle, in fact. Kevin Saar also going big with the look back. Mason Jackson. Seeing Chambers there. Cody Ford. Ulrich on the 68. Hedrick, Hogue, Ford top 3, no surprise, as the riders line up for the first moto of 2 at Ironman. So it's time to go racing. We'll be right back. ATV Motocross is brought to you by Kenda Tires, by Rocky Mountain ATVMC, and by RP Race Performance. Great state of Indiana. They love their racing here. Covered bridges, that is something this area known for, so they built one over the track. Gives you a unique vantage point for all the racing, including the amateurs and the minis, wrapped into an ATV National weekend. And some of those weekends go smoother than others. Here's Nick Janusa.
I've had better weekends. It was not from a trick, and the track wasn't coming around. It was really wet. It was like 5th or 6th lap, super wet. And I came over the finish line, jumped 1 lap, and I randomly hooked like a lot. Went very far, like probably 20, 30 feet too far, nose first. I landed into the next face and just stopped, and there's no answer just yet. I got it wrapped up, kind of just trying to do a lap to get through the moto for some points, and I'll get it checked out later. I mean, it feels broken. I could be wrong, but the pain's up there. So it's unfortunate. This is part of it, and I can't believe I did that. I don't normally make mistakes like that, but this is part of it. So.
No one has ever doubted the toughness of motocross racers Janusa and the boys all ready for the first moto at Ironman. Brandon Hogue will give us the onboard. Let's go! Wow, Bryce Ford, what a hole shot. Unbelievable the gap he had halfway down that start stretch. But Hogue looking to make moves. Oh, and what happened? He stalled. Man, was going for the lead, now probably pushed to the back of the top 10, and Ford is hustling up the Godzilla jump. And look how much work Hogue has to do. He's behind Cody Ford right now. And I think that hard pack, which a couple riders talked about, you can dive down to the inside, but it is like ice at times early in these motos when the track is wet. It sure looks inviting. And then also that wet dirt, you can see with the helmet cam how much it sticks. That's going to stick to everything else. Goggles, the machine, and all. Tough break for him. It would have been a great battle. Hetrick is in third. This is probably the worst start of the year for him. Jeffrey Rastrelli second as Ford pours it on. And there they go. Hetrick after Rastrelli. Got Jackson in fourth. Oh, nice move by Hetrick. He needs to make early move. Can Rastrelli fend him off? He cannot. And the defending champ with a moto win streak on the line will set sail after Bryce Ford. Hogue with a lot of work to do. Man, Hetrick makes up time in a hurry. You watch Bryce Ford on that first lap, and you think there's no way anyone's going to be able to go faster than that. And here's Hetrick making up ground now. And Hogue doing a good job as well. Man, that's a lot of passes in a short amount of time, and he is now to the rear tires of Rastrelli. See who can get clean on the downhill. Perfect for both. A little bit further the leap for Hetrick, but it was certainly impressive what Ford was able to do. Wow, that's incredible how blue groove some of these sections have already become. And there is Janusa. We knew he had the wrist injury coming in, and it might be the end of his moto. Meanwhile, here we go. Hetrick to the rear tires of Ford. About the deepest anyone has taken Hetrick in a moto this year, and Hetrick, the big leap. Wow, jumping into the #1 spot on the Phoenix Yamaha. And Ford, what can he learn? Behind the champion. And he got right back to him. And there's Hogue back up to third, so he has passed Rastrelli. Hetrick pouring it on. And just like that, oh, Ford letting it hang out. Every time you think Hetrick has a gap, Ford able to hang with him. And even Hogue not that far back considering the early mistake. And the pressure begins to build as the moto streak continues for Joel Hetrick. ATV Motocross is brought to you by Kenda Tires, by Rocky Mountain ATVMC, and by RP Race Performance. Look at that leap from Joel Hetrick and Bryce Ford. They are airing it out. Unbelievable, though, that Hetrick was able to use the downhill jump to go past Ford for the lead. And Ford not afraid to fly, no doubt about that. Rastrelli has been pushed back to 4th, not the best day for him. And the gaps are pretty strung out now. We have seen Rastrelli have huge battles with Ford and Hogue before. Today, Hogue able to get the better of him, and shout out to Mason Jackson, one of the younger riders out here in 5th. Kevin Sarr in 6th. And Hetrick looking for 7 moto wins to start the year on a beautiful day here in Indiana. Let's credit these guys, Sarr and Jackson, going at it. Probably the best race of the year for them. Lindquist, first time. Oh no! And Hogue. Well, that's probably a blown engine right there. Don't need to be a doctor or stay at a Holiday Inn Express or be an engine tech to know that. So this battle might move up one more position if they continue to roar. Sarr versus Jackson, and it should put Rastrelli back into a podium spot. Ah, man. And what a difference in the points, by the way. There's a big battle for second on back, and that is really going to hurt Hogue. Lindquist closing on Sarr and Jackson. Man, those guys would love to be in the top 5 as you see Hogue take the long tow back to the pit. And all alone in second is Bryce Ford. Finally lost touch with Hetrick, kept him honest for a while, and as I said earlier in the moto, what did he learn following the champion for as long as he did? That's the last piece. White flag now out for Hetrick. And no pressure for Ford, so he'll be able to save a little energy. Rastrelli, 3rd. Oh, that's not Sarr and Jackson. That is Lindquist making the move on the final lap. Still a great race, though, for Sarr and Jackson. But it's the usual suspects up front. Not going to look that different in the results. Sans the Hogue engine problem. And what more can be said about Joel Hetrick, the total package right now in ATV Motocross. Checkered flag. It's in sight, it's out, and Hetrick is 7-0 to start 2024. And Jeffrey Rastrelli going to round out the podium. And everyone rests and resets for Moto 2. See who can bounce back. Mason Jackson, a great run. Sarr as well. See what they've got up. Moto 2's next. ATV Motocross is brought to you by Kenda Tires, by Rocky Mountain ATVMC, and by RP Race Performance. Chad Wienen, the long-lost multi-time champ of the series, recovering from injuries. Let's check in.
Yeah, you know, I've had better days, I've had worse, but man, it's good to be back just at the races and supporting, watching the guys, and I'm healing up. I feel like I'm healing up. I got another checkup here in a month and see how everything goes, but you know, all in all, everything's good with the family, and you know, I'm still here, so everything's good.
It's unfortunate to not have Chad out on the track. He certainly would be one gunning to end that moto win streak of Joel Hetrick. Let's see if anyone else can do it. 7-0 as we head to Moto 2. Ford with the onboard. Not this time. He had a huge hole shot in the first moto. This time it's Hetrick. And that's bad news for everyone else. Ford right behind him. And Hogue, a bad start. Same corner where he had trouble last time using it to make passes in Moto 2. And Janusa Well, he lined up again. He is out with the wrist injury. Almost rolled it there. Got up on the bicycle on 2 wheels for Hetrick and that right-hander as Ford keeps him honest on the first lap. And Joel Hetrick, the bad dude out here. And Ford hitching a ride. Hetrick will look back, and he sees the Texan on his heels. That little old school TT action there, flicking it sideways on the entrance to those right left-hand corners. And Hogue has had to do work today. He's behind Mason Jackson. One good start with a mistake, and then one bad start here. Gonna try the inside. Does he have the 53 cleared? I think he does. Oh, and Lindquist coming along with him. Side by side in midair, Lindquist and Jackson. As Hetrick begins to roll away again. We have a rematch brewing. I think Rastrelli is there in third. Hogue going to challenge him after Hogue got to that third place spot in the first moto and then lost a motor. Oh, it is heating up, and credit to Jackson, man. He's right in the mix for the second time today. And I want to see what Lindquist can do. He really showed potential at the previous race down in Georgia to be back to a podium guy. See if he can make his way forward in this one on that number 2. I think Hogue is starting to close a bit on Rastrelli. Rastrelli really good in the sandier tracks like we had last time out at Etchikani. Hogue, you heard him at the top of the show. He doesn't mind the hard pack at all. He's inching up. No one inching up on Hetrick. Just over that double by the finish line. Hogue to the inside. Can he find the traction? Oh, right along the side of the track. He's desperate. Has an opening. Can he make the move? No! Just too far inside. It's off camber there. Had to go for it. When you get an inch, you got to take the mile. But well done heads-up riding by Rastrelli to lock it down. And Lindquist is now in this fight also. So a 3-machine fight for third. Hogue tries again. Still not enough. Rastrelli being stingy with it. They almost collide in mid-air here. To the downhill. Wheel to wheel. Look at this action. And Hogue finally able to make the pass. Up to third. ATV Motocross is brought to you by Kenda Tires, by Rocky Mountain ATVMC, and by RP Race Performance. On board with Bryce Ford in no man's land now, no longer really has the leader in sight, Joel Hetrick, but not getting any pressure from the back. There was a great battle for third we had before the break between Hogue and Rastrelli. Lindquist. Hetrick flirting with the edges of the track, just trying to find any traction anywhere. Anyway, this battle's still not over. Lindquist is going to use the outside line to get Rastrelli. Man, he drove it in there deep, and you still see the 53 of Mason Jackson lurking. He has really stepped up the game today. So again, Hetrick, he's all alone. Same thing with Ford. Then the big battle, Hogue, Lindquist, and the rest of the field. Hogue there in third. Same view as Ford. No one in front, and he's beginning to pull away from that battle, so really no one behind. And you hear the real low RPM, tall gear that Ford ran on that off-camber. Let's listen to Hogue. Well, it was fun for a while. This battle has settled down just a bit. Now the white flag coming out. Still going to be interesting for the overall. I think Rastrelli might still have it, even though he's in fifth. Or will the 4-4 of Lindquist put him on the podium? He deserves it. Again, he was up front quite a bit at the previous race. Just faded a bit down the stretch. Would be good to see him up there if he can get it done. I think a 4-4 would beat the 3-5 rather. We'll sort that out in a moment. What we know, easy math, 1-1 equals an overall victory for Hetrick, and he's 8-0 in motos on the season. And it is going to be Lindquist third overall, just edging Rastrelli, and Hogue with the engine problems ends up fifth. Here's top three.
Freaking killer day at Ironman. I mean, on the event t-shirt, big home race with the family, and we pulled it off. It's been almost 2 years. I really struggled, and we've been on the up and up, and we made it happen. Had some things work my way, but all in all, just super killer weekend, and so happy to be back on this podium, and just we're gonna go with this momentum and see where we can go, and just enjoy this while we have it, because it's been a good weekend. Thank you guys.
The track was gnarly. There were some big jumps. I was 5ing in this section, but yeah, just really stoked on my riding, how my bike's working, and everything. I'm very grateful to be in this situation and be able to do this. So I just can't thank everybody enough. And we're gonna go home, and then we're gonna catch up with you guys at High Point. And there's some big booters there, so we're pumped to go there. Came out with the whole shot and the moto win, which was awesome. 2 moto wins today, extended the points lead 6 points, so we're right at 25 now. I feel really good with that, and you know, my performance today was great. The machine was working awesome. Phoenix Racing has that thing dialed in. So no complaints from me, just I was giving myself a little bit of crap for not getting any whole shots, so I managed to get one today, and that really helped out that second moto. So feeling good. We're ready to head to High Point next.
But before we go to High Point, one more review from Ironman. Ford got the early lead in Moto 1. Rastrelli second. Hetrick gets around him. Nick Janusa struggling with a wrist injury. It's all led to a battle between Ford and Hetrick for the lead. Hetrick able to out-jump him downhill. Then Rastrelli under fire for third. As Max Lindquist moved up, Hogue got that third place from Rastrelli, then his engine let go. That's Rastrelli locking down the final podium spot behind Ford and Hetrick. Moto 2, this time Hetrick did get that whole shot that he wanted. Had Ford right behind him. Pretty stable up front, but behind those two, great racing. You had Lindquist, Jackson, Hogue, Rastrelli, all dueling. Look at this action. Hogue, 2-3 shots at it before he could get Rastrelli, and then an outside line pass by Lindquist was the difference maker for the final podium spot. See the points there, Ford pulling away because Hogue had the bad luck, and Hetrick way out front. For everyone at Racer TV, I'm Jason Wygant. We'll see you next time, High Point in Pennsylvania.